Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Today I have 5 new books that I'd like to show you. I saw earlier last week, I believe, Mystery Mosaics Flowers. And it's a Belba family book. And I've never really been interested in these. Don't know why, just wasn't interested. And then somebody who was doing their walkthrough of it, flip through of it, said that these are just gorgeous books. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a try because I'm open to all sorts of things. So this one is Mystery Mosaic Flowers, and I'll show you what I've done so far. What I did was I took out Try Your Palette page, and I went through all my, what are they, Arteza Twi markers, and tried to get a color for each of these colors that was a nice color, like, when they say red, not like this violent red color. So I see I haven't got peach figured out yet, so I've got one more to do. And what I did was write down the number. For example, lilac is A121, and that translates in Twi marker language is lavender. So I've taken all these pens and put them in one cup and put them on my desk where I want to work, and that way I can label it my coloring palette pens for Belba family colors. So that was quite interesting, and so I'm just going to show you the start of what I've done. This is my very first time doing this, and I've heard a lot of people say about the dot method, the X method, and all sorts of ways. So I'm just trying whatever I can to get the color into the little square, because they are little, I'll tell you. And I really like the way it is so far. You can see some rows where I went a bit darker and made the dot a little bit bigger. So yeah, it's going to be all trial and error until I, find a system that works. So far, I am really enjoying it. So that's awesome, especially I think at night or on days when I've finished a really complicated piece or a really long piece, and I want something just to tide me over until I start my next big project. So as you know, if anybody has seen these books before, I can't show you completed pages in the back because there are none. They've left it a complete mystery. So the person that I had been watching had also had this book, Mystery Mosaics Wow Animals, and they said that it was absolutely gorgeous. So it's the exact same thing as the first one I showed you. In fact, this is the one where I ripped out the color chart, palette chart. So what I think I'm probably going to do, is keep that palette chart at the front of these books, and that way I'll always be prepared. The next book I got is Creative Haven Butterflies. And the reason why I got this one, Coloring with Candace, on Candace's coloring channel, I think it's called, not quite sure. She was doing a flip through of this book, and I had sent her a comment to her saying that it was just gorgeous. I had never seen a flip through of this particular book before, and that I really liked it. And so she texted me back or messaged me back and said, let me know when you get it. So I got it the next day. Can you believe that? I think I ordered it Wednesday after seeing hers. I paused halfway through the video to order it because I loved it. So I ordered it right after or right during her little presentation, her video, and I had it the next day. Oh, that is just fabulous. So I got this the next day, and I really love it. Like these butterfly illustrations by Marjorie Sarnat. I like her. They are just gorgeous. Give you just a little tiny peek. I've never, I'm not, like I'm not obsessed or collect or anything like that, butterflies. So I never really, paid much attention to them in books until I saw this flip through. And just look at that, eh? Isn't that going to be gorgeous? And then after I saw this flip through, I thought, oh, wow. Oh, this one, the one on the back page. I'm going to try and get as close as I can to those colors because it's just such a beautiful picture. That's one. Now this is better quality than Create Space paper. However, it is still a little bit difficult for some of my pencils. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I may have to order a budget brand of pencils to color in this because I find it, my polychromos don't like it, doesn't like these at all. These Creative Haven books. And look at that, isn't she gorgeous? So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I'll figure it out, but yeah. And I love this one. The butterflies made up of flowers and leaves. Gorgeous, just gorgeous. I can see that I'm going to have a lot of fun. As now it's past the middle of February. So now I'm thinking spring. As March gets a little bit closer, that's it. I'm spring. 1st of March, that's spring for me. So even if there's snow, I don't care. The days are getting longer, so I know I'm in spring. So I thought, well, I'll see my need for lots of beautiful colors and use them in my butterflies. I love this one with the watering can. Oh, it's just gorgeous. And some bamboo. Oh. I love this one too. And this one. So there you go, everyone. That is Butterflies, Flight of Fancy, coloring book by Marjorie Sarnat. And it is a Creative Haven book. This book, oh, I believe it was Pebbles Adult Coloring that was doing a review of this book in a flip through. As soon as I saw it, I knew I needed this book. The characters and the colors. I think what drew me was the colors, the forest greens and the burnt reds and ochres and stuff like that, which are particularly dominant in the luminance. And look at this. It's just stunning. This book is called Briar. And it's an Eastgate, presents it. So I tried looking up Briar, but it didn't have a name or anything. Didn't come up with a person. So I'm going to, try to do a bit more research. See what I could come up with. So there's a few of them that are already done. Look at this devil. Fascinating picture. And this one with the cat walking around the edge. And on the opposite page is a smaller one. The paper's very nice, very nice. This one's quite beautiful. It has a unicorn. Very unique images, especially the other side. Those will be nice to color too. There are all these little, I'm going to say fairies, I'm not sure if that's what they are, but whatever they wanted them to be, they're just stunning. Down at the bottom, and there's that little imp again. Another one, and there's the, maybe instead of a green man, it's a green woman. Not sure, but it works for me. I love this owl, this orb. And I like that there's frames around most. Here's a bull. This paper feels just beautiful. Polychromos is probably going to love this paper. I like this. I like this, her dress with all the pattern on the bottom. Might look really nice with gold glitter gel pens. This one's interesting too. It has beautiful scroll work at the bottom. My bed that I had when I was married had all this stuff on the top. It went just about to the ceiling, and it was solid wood, and it had all this all along the headboard and the footboard too. It was beautiful. Another really nice frame. Be no need to do a background once that. Just in here, I won't need to do it around. Unless I choose to, I guess. She's slinging arrows. Look out. Another chance to do some intricate work on a dress. And some fur at the bottom, along up the side. That'll be quite nice to do. She's beautiful. Showing off some assets. On this unicorn page, it's quite different. When I color this, I'll probably put all those trees just black. Or a dark, 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 dark green. And a couple pictures with the zodiac chart. I like this frog. King frog. Prince frog. Oh yes, the prince. Now this one's interesting. Got some wings. Some metal hardware here. Another zodiac picture. And then we have, it's called the Briar Gallery, so these are painted or colored somehow, so I've got to do some more research on it. Look at that. And this one with the waterfall and the fish, and she's on the rocks. And this is one of the ones I liked with the thinking of putting gold filigree on this dress. Stunning pictures. There's that cat. Looks like it's going to fall in there. I like this beautiful shade of goldy yellows. The greens and then the golds and the blue. Now this is, I think, the same picture that's in here that we just looked at, but I think it's super, like, flipped 180 degrees. That's okay. And there you have it. So that is Briar coloring book, presented by Eastgate. I love this. And then the last book I got was the new one from Kirby Rozan's, Fragile World. And yes, this is a gorgeous book. Nameplate page. Beautiful. I love this. This gorilla, I think it's a gorilla. I haven't looked in the back yet to actually find out what it is. But I love them. Aww. They're so cute. Maybe I should. Lift up just a bit. Don't have quite the whole book in there, but you get the gist. Yeah, there's these lemurs, I believe. I like this guy too, under the water. Some bison or something similar, but I like how everything's growing out of them, like in his last book, Worlds Within Worlds. Kind of reminds me of that on some of them, the world here on top of this bumblebee. I think it's a bumblebee. I've seen a couple people do this one. Lucy Just Adds Color has done this, and so has Karen from My Colorful Country Life has done this too. Both beautiful. That's funny, that is. That's hilarious. This is cute. This is another beautiful double page spread. I was outside, so my voice is a little bit croaky. Sorry about that. I hope you can hear me well enough. This will be an interesting double page spread to do. Lots of bamboo. This is kind of different. This hippo with his mouth open. It's kind of different. Yes, I'm looking forward to this one. I want to do every page. So far, I don't think there's a page that I don't want to do. Maybe this will be one of the books that I complete. This elephant is very interesting. Another kind of world within worlds. The owls, yeah. And this is interesting. The turtle on top, and he's got kind of like the marsh or the bog on not the bog, marsh kind of growing on his back. It's kind of interesting. Yes, this one from the back cover. This rhinoceros there, but the trees are actually growing out of them. And this double page spread. I hope it's a chance to make some really bright birds. And this turtle from the front cover. It's gorgeous. And this big whale. This one's very interesting too. Nice double page spread. Oh, and I don't know what these are called. I can hardly wait to find out, but aren't they the cutest things? They're just adorable. They've got little legs. And they've got a really smiley, almost happy face. They're very cute. Another big animal. Oh, and look at this. Koala bears. Fun fact, we have the group I belong to, the wellness group, we have usually trivia once a week. And the fingerprints in the world, all the fingerprints in the world, the most closest to a human being belongs to a koala bear. Fascinating, isn't it? Can blame the crime on the koala bear. It wasn't me. It was my pet koala bear. I swear. Well, interesting. I would never have thought that there was anything that had fingerprints, you know. I never thought that they would fingerprint animals to find out that, you know, that particular information, but it's pretty interesting. I'm going to be able to do something in the background with this. I'm going to try and get my watercolor going. It's part of what I want to do in 2021, just learn more about watercolors. You know, I've used watercolor pencils a few times and ink tints, which, you know, are not watercolor pencils, but water ink pencils, and I love them. So there's several pages in this book that are underwater, so I'm hoping to be able to make them look waterly. These two are awesome. I hope they both have, I hope whatever species this is has great colors. Oh, look at him. Something's dead. The beetles are eating it. Isn't he adorable? If I could have a pet like that, oh, I think he's adorable. This one will be interesting because there's so much dark here. It'll be very interesting, the color. Lizards. The underwater again and sky again. I've watched one channel, and the lady does acrylic painting, like on canvas. But the technique she uses with the brush and 2 or 3 colors, I'd like to try it in a coloring book. So I think, you know, I'd try it on a book I'm not really, you know, I'm not too fussed about if anything happens to it. I have a couple that I, you know, kind of use for tests. Look at that little tiny, tiny mouse. Aww. How is that not the cutest thing in the world? So this is a Pengola, I think. That's what they're blaming the COVID-19 on, in a wet market in Wuhan, the Pengolas. So yes, I'm looking forward to learning some paint techniques. This is interesting, some different birds, or one different kind of bird. Dolphins, I think. Look at these heads. Aren't they fabulous? I hope that's more than one color, but if not, it's okay. These are cute. God, this is such a nice book. Oh, Karen from My Colorful Country Life. She just did this one, I think, last week. I saw or this week, I should say. This is Saturday. So I saw her a couple of days doing this. It's lovely. And that's it. And then here are all the names and information about the animals and their status on endangered list. So I hope, everyone, that you enjoyed this video of a 5-book haul that I had come in just this week. So yeah, I've been blessed with some books this week. These are all ones I had purchased and wasn't expecting them that fast. Well, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.